say it's confusing. Love is confusing. Okay, bye.
Love is compromise. Love is acceptance. Love is trust. Love is confusing. Love is a mix of emotions. Love is constantly learning.
We are live, everybody, on Instagram. I'm about to turn it around. I don't even know how to work the iPhone, but what's going on, everybody? We got Vic over here. What's the deal? We got Trish. Wiggy's in the building. What up? We got April over here. What up, girl? We got Kane making his second appearance on SipNSmoke. What's the deal? We got my girl Nelly in here. Hey, girl. All right, so we got a bunch of people popping up and hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank y'all so much. For one, thank y'all, everybody out here, for being a part of SipNSmoke episode 3.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. And today what we're going to be talking about is, run it back. Today what we're going to be talking about is dating in the modern times, as well as just like new age dating and how it differs so much from what it used to be. So we got a couple people in relationships in here. We got a couple of single people in here. And we're just going to run it back. We're going to talk about it. If y'all need me to go first, I will.
Yes,
But, oh my God. Oh my lantern. Oh, hold on. I don't even think. What up, K40? This one ain't even on. Oh, perfect. Appreciate you. All right. So the first question that I have is, let me run it this way. Dating these days, in the comments, it say dating these days is trash. You got a trash bed. That's what you say. My first question is, how do you feel about dating in the present and the new ways of dating? I also feel like dating in the present is trash. I feel like there has been such a twist of the way that women think as well as the way that men think, and so it kind of takes us into a weird space. It takes the opposite sex into a weird space. You know, like, how do I approach this thing? I think that we overthink a lot of things, and because it's not just dating to be in the road to marriage. You know, like back in the day, it was like, we dated, we've been together for a week, we about to get married. You know what I mean? It's not that no more. So I don't know. I just feel like dating has changed so much, and so it takes away, and it kind of adds to, I don't know, the dating experience. So I'm gonna start over here, and then I'm gonna go this way. What you think, my friend?
I wouldn't necessarily. Perception is everything. Perception is reality to the individual that has that perception. So, in my personal opinion, I don't think dating is trash. I do think that in this day and age, we have to approach dating in a different manner. Just because in the 1950s and 60s, I'll be honest, women didn't have a lot of options because of just work in general and how unfair they were treated. So I feel like nowadays, women aren't staying with cheating ass husbands or dudes that are abusing them, or they're not staying in unhappy situations. They're leaving because they have options. So dating now is harder because you have to be a complete person, like a dope person. You have to know what you want, and not everybody's ready to look in the mirror and be like, yo, I need to fix this shit about me. I need to do this. I need to do that. So I don't think it's dating. I think people are just getting further and further away from their core, and they need to just fucking reflect. That's how I feel about it.
Damn, he over here spinning, boy. That's so real. He said, and all it needs to be said has been said, and that's it. He said you have to go into the relationship more complete. Holy
There's no such thing
crud.
as a complete person, but people really don't know themselves like they say they do. I feel like in this day and age, because of so much social media and just TV, a lot of us are programmed to like some shit that we don't actually like. We just think we like that shit because we've seen it so much on social media. And it's like, fuck that. Unplug, go be alone for a while and find out what the fuck you like and what you want, and be honest about that shit. Everything from that point on, I promise, I swear to God, gets easier.
I love it. Okay, hold on real quick. Keita in the comments said what I missed. Basically, the first question was, how do you feel about dating in the present and new ways of dating? So you just heard Vic's answer. You got people in the comments talking about, yeah, that's a fact. Yes, sir. All right, talk to me, my girl Trish.
Yeah, I think that we're extremely lost right now, to be honest with you. Especially as women, to be honest with you. Because we were raised by women that were, most of them are housewives. My mom was, my grandmother was. She was married at the age of 13. So their upbringing was totally different. But because it was like that, they taught us, our generation, 100%. To be independent. Go to college, get your education, and it forced us to be strong and a little bit more aggressive, so that whenever we are dating, our men expect for us to be like our mothers, our grandmothers, a bit more feminine, and we weren't raised to be that way. So we're like trying to figure out that balance.
That is so true. I honestly do feel, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was telling them that we're caught in the mix of two generations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we're in this way where, like, my dad still talks to me and says, so where's my son-in-law? You know what I mean? Like, he's still forcing me to get married, have babies, all that good stuff. Yeah. But then we are also in this next generation that's like, why? Yeah. Why would I? For what reason? How does that? For what? You know what I mean? So I love it.
So to piggyback off of both of them, because I'm a little bit older than obviously all of you all. Ain't nobody obvious. You look good, girl. You do need to know yourself. You do need to compromise. You need to be understanding, and to me, dating is what you make it. Also, which you can't expect people to bring to the table what you aren't bringing to the table. As well. You can't have expectations and standards if you don't meet those as well.
Right.
Back in the day, it was, yes, the man was this, the man was that. And I still believe the man is the leader of the house and still, is supposed to lead his family in the correct direction. However, if you fall short or if there's no man there to do so, then that's when us women have to step up and we have to do all of those things in place of that until we find someone. And not necessarily looking. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, then you have to do what you have to do. But it's definitely there's no standards anymore. So when someone comes with standards, we're high maintenance or we're asking too much. We're not asking too much. It's too much because that's not what you're willing to give. But you can't expect me to give you a certain priority and then you don't do the same. So you just have to. It's every relationship for one. You can't go into every relationship the same. You have to read that person. You have to understand that person. And in order to do that, you have to understand and you have to know yourself as well.
Absolutely.
So it all goes together.
Keita in the comments said, yep. Correct. That is correct. And just to say that I think sometimes, I don't want to say in relationships, I don't like to generalize at all, but I do think that sometimes people bring to the relationship something, but they don't match. Like your partner is bringing something to the relationship too, and you have to understand that that's a whole nother person. Right. So y'all have to y'all got to find somewhere in the middle where, if these are my top priorities, you know what I mean, or if this is top on my list, and you have things that are top on my list, let's compromise together to figure out how we can both make it work.
Or
That's
one
all.
To pick up where the other one may be slacking. Okay, you may do this and you may do that. Like me right now, I'm not working because of everything that's going on. Right. My man comes home, he don't have to worry about the house being clean. He doesn't have to worry about food being cooked. That's not something he should have to come home and worry about. Now, when we're back to both working, then of course then we are going to, take turns or whoever gets home first, or you know what I'm saying. But that's like, it's balance. We're supposed to bounce off of each other, not necessarily be exactly equal. Because of course a woman is a woman and a man is a man, and I believe that we all still should play our roles, right? But you gotta be a team.
That's it. Period. So you got my girl nailed it. Cicely said my girl nailed it. Tony said you looking good, April, and K40 said compromise is key. All right, talk to me.
God, I forgot I was in this. So dating nowadays is it is very complicated. So like my Vic was saying, it's totally different nowadays. Like people don't like we're getting relationships a lot younger than we should, and we're not as mature as we should be going into it. And I feel like especially social media plays a big factor in this. Like peeking off of like Twitter and Instagram, everybody's just having a relationship for trend. Everybody's trying to post pictures to be like, I got a relationship, I got a boo, this and that. We taking vacations here and there. They ain't really compatible. They flexing, as I said nowadays. Flexing yeah. So you gotta, like my man said, you really gotta find out what you want. So even if it takes being comfortable being alone, you have to try to trust yourself in that and try to appreciate yourself more so you can understand what you want and understand your worth before you bring that to somebody else. Because you don't want to have like a whole bunch of shit and you bring somebody else into your mess, or vice versa, they do the same.
Right.
So getting to understand yourself and love yourself more first is more important before just jumping into a relationship nowadays. And the fact that these people are just doing it now just to have somebody to kind of show it off to.
Okay. Some people be genuine and they lie and they love.
Yeah, but you can show me on Twitter who's genuine.
I don't even have a Twitter.
We'll see what it is.
Okay. In the comments, you have to know who you are as a person first. Cicely said, if you aren't dating for marriage, you're dating for heartbreak. Woo! That's good. Okay. Can't be toxic to somebody else. Headed out to dinner now. Hate that I'm going to miss the show. Lame. All right. Well, we're running it back on YouTube, so you can get in there, get in those comments. Nelly.
Yes.
Talk to me, my girl.
Okay. So dating nowadays. I am older than most of y'all.
Oh my God.
Don't steal my words.
But I did go the dating app route.
Okay.
I did the whole Tinder
We getting in there
thing.
next for sure.
I did. And honestly, it worked out. Like, I met someone, and even though I've been through like some things, but you just have to.
With that person?
Oh no.
Oh, just before that.
In other relationships, so I was kind of scared to like go that dating route, but yeah, it worked out, and we do even each other out. We do the whole compromise. We don't post on Instagram like you were saying about we just keep it to ourselves and are good with ourselves, and I don't know, it just works out.
How do you think making that decision not to post to Instagram, how do you think that has affected your relationship?
Like at first it was kind of like, well, why aren't you posting?
Ooh,
kind
yeah.
of. But it's like, how do I say this? Like, you don't have to post everything, but don't hide the fact that you're in a relationship.
That's real.
Exactly. So
that's real.
So yeah, that's kind of what it is right now.
Okay. So that segues us into dating apps. And I'm gonna bring it back over to you. But that segues us into dating apps. And it says the second question is, do you use dating apps or have you? So that's an obvious yes.
Yes.
We're just gonna continue on with that. Do you use dating apps or have you?
Have, yes.
You have?
I have.
Just started.
Just started. It was just started. A month ago?
A month ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just signed up for Black a week ago. It's pretty funny.
For what?
Black is like because Tinder's basically for white people, they say.
Okay.
Black is like the Black Tinder.
Really?
It works too well. I deleted it. I'm done.
Wait a minute. You said it works too well.
It works too well. I'm done.
You found a relationship quick, fast.
Even in a relationship, it was just too easy to meet up with people, and it's
No.
like if I'm that accessible to you, I'm straight. I'm good.
That goes to say, hold on, let me see.
No shade to Black. It was just the people who was on it that attracted me. My bad. No shade to Black.
No shade to the plug Black, but let me go check it out though. No, I'm just kidding. But I did want to. I don't know if that was another question. Okay. So speaking of online dating apps, how do you feel like dating apps have affected this new age modern dating?
I feel like for individuals who know exactly what they want, it's worked out tremendously for them. But for other individuals who are still searching for what they want and how they want to date and whatnot, I'm not sure. At the end of the day, for me, it's just a tool, and it's all just depends on like how you use it. I don't think it's destructive in any way. Again, depending on how you use it, all depends on the user, not the actual tool itself.
Understood.
So it's like what you want to make of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, for sure. Casey is in the building. What's going on, my friend? Okay, talk to me. Oh, how do you feel like dating apps have affected dating?
I think it's made it better, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because for one, it makes it a lot easier as far as like for the woman to be able to make like the first step. If all I have to do is click a heart just to let you know that I think you're cute or I'm interested in you, it makes it a lot easier versus me trying to walk up to you in a grocery store because I'm not gonna do it. Or
No, for real.
Yeah, or anything like that. And then it also makes it easier for us to disconnect as well. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like it.
Okay. My girl.
Honestly, I don't see the difference between dating online and social media. It's the same thing. People are so easily accessible, and for some people that is, but I feel like it takes away from people's social skills because you're used to looking into a computer or a phone. Like I said, I have been on one where the woman made the first move, and there has been, which was very awkward, because like I said, men are, they're chasers by nature. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Okay.
So for a woman to do it, for me, was a little awkward. But to me, social media is the same. People, whether you're single or not, people are sliding in people's DMs, commenting, doing this, doing that. So I guess it just depends on how you feel about it. Me, I'm more of an organic person. I tried the online dating. To me, you're already meeting someone's representative anyway, because they're always going to put their best foot forward no matter what. So online, I feel like it's even a greater facade, because you really don't know. People aren't always who they really are and live the lives that they really live on social media, which to me still includes dating apps, because it's still a social media platform,
Right.
Period.
Right.
So until I meet you, I can talk to you all day long and be comfortable in that aspect. But until I can see you, watch your demeanor, watch how you maneuver, how you talk, how you walk, things that how you act, and it may be a good starter. It may be a good starter, but I need to physically lay eyes on you and see what you got going on, and your aura and your demeanor and just all those things. So, and it could go both ways.
That's understandable.
It could go both ways.
And one of my friends said, Courtney said, I don't know if I said one of my friends. Courtney said, do you think meeting some people via dating app, they're only showing their best side? So that's kind of what you just answered.
Right.
You
I mean,
know,
who's not gonna show their best side? I'm not gonna get on a date now and be like, I ain't shit. Right. Nobody's gonna do that. I ain't shit. I got 12 baby mamas. Nobody's gonna do that, because guess what? Nobody's gonna be hard. Ain't nobody hurting nothing.
Right.
So of course you're always gonna but social media is the same way. So what's the difference? You're always putting your best foot forward. Nobody's really on social media saying, "Oh, how the hell am I gonna pay my light bill on Monday?"
Right.
Nobody's saying stuff like that.
Right.
They're showing them hanging out, eating dinner. They're not showing the struggle. Now some people do put too damn much on social media,
Yes.
but not normally.
Right.
So
That's right.
like I said, social media, dating apps. What's the difference?
All right. Dating apps.
All right. In my experience, I'm just gonna be completely real. I only use Tinder, and I only use it for the wrong reasons. I'm gonna be real. So hopefully everybody I talked to on Tinder was pretty much on the same page. We was
Okay.
in to connect, see if we could be a little bit more compatible. If yes, go on the first date, smash. But I've never really used dating apps to really try to further know somebody, because everything was mutual, like on Tinder, especially for my experience.
Right.
We only used that for that reason.
Right.
We wasn't really trying to, go
Really
on more dates
connect,
after
so.
that and really connect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing with dating.
Okay. So you have used dating apps to turn it into something for the long haul.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what it turned into. But that's what I was on there for. It's not like I was like, hey. No, yeah, it worked out. Honestly, it was better for me because if I go out, like, I will not talk to anyone.
Understood. Yeah.
I just can't. Like, I don't want to look stupid. Like,
Right.
it's like, how do you approach someone? Like, oh, hey, like, I just can't do it. So it's easier to just swipe it to the left and right.
We both know we're interested. Yes.
You already know I'm interested. We go from there.
Yeah.
And it honestly, it worked out.
Okay.
So.
All right. So Casey in the comments said, I feel like the predatory dimension in men can be pushed to extremes on apps. I've watched friends that treat women like body parts.
They do that in
They
person.
can do that, yeah. They
Yeah,
can do that without the
That's a
app.
person. That's just who that person is. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter in what manner they do it. They're gonna do
Yeah.
the same thing in person. They're gonna do the same thing online. That's them.
Yeah.
True. That's them. That's in there. That's the comeback, Casey. If they're a predator, if they're a
It's
predator.
individual. It's not like just men in general.
No, yeah. We're saying if that's that person, if that person is a predator, they're gonna be a predator. Period.
Yeah.
No one feeling stupid builds character growth. No one feeling stupid builds. Oh. He's saying feeling stupid builds character. So I'm guessing if you take the shot, you feel stupid. If they say no, it builds character.
I mean, dudes do it all the time.
For real.
But
I'm
it's
too shy. I can't do it.
You would
it's
never.
like if
you
we
would
don't
never
make the first
No,
move,
not in person.
then
Okay.
they're like, oh, she's this, that. But if we do, then sometimes you like, oh, she fast, she a hoe, she this, she that.
That's what I
So
feel. Like
it's
Either way, I'm gonna be wrong.
and they don't typically appreciate that if you make like the first move. They take advantage of it. They really
100%.
take advantage.
That's
of it.
unfortunate.
Sometimes
It's
because
okay.
like as me personally, I like when women make the first move because they know what they want. I like a woman with confidence. They see me, they know what they want. They approach me. Bet. Let's have a conversation.
It leaves all that second guessing out. Is she feeling me? Is she?
Yeah,
Like, it makes
exactly.
it so much easier.
Meanwhile, we're
Don't
doing
get
the
me
same
wrong.
thing,
Right.
so-
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. Like,
That's
you're right. There are
It comes
dudes
into
out there
play.
who will like take advantage of that and see that and try to manipulate that. And again, like Kenny says, it comes down to the individual, and that's mad unfortunate. But in my case, I personally I love it because at times, like as men, it can be a bit intimidating walking up to a beautiful woman with a group of her friends just out in public because you just don't know how she's going to react or take your energy.
Exactly.
You can have all the most peaceful and loving intentions in the world. If that's not her perception when you walk up, it's finito, and that.
Especially if she had multiple dudes walking up to her, approaching her like that beforehand.
Mindset is
It's
you're
just
already
gonna-
stuck. Yeah,
Exactly.
you're already judged. Like, oh my
Exactly.
goodness, it's tough. It's tough.
Okay. We got a comment that says, but when you are strong in yourself, the men can take control. Men are natural born leaders. But I do have another guy in here that said facts, bro. So that was a woman and a man saying the two different things. But we had that conversation last time, and we went around the room to say, okay, guys, would you want a woman to make the first move? And women, would you make the first move? And I think the majority was exactly what it was just now.
Right.
Okay.
The guys were like, some of the guys were saying that they wanted women to make the first move, but there was a couple of guys that was saying, and this stuck out in my mind. Hold on, I'm trying to back. He said, if a woman comes up to me and makes the first move, I feel like she's gone up to hella dudes to make the
Yeah.
first move.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
she's
what
gone.
you're
But we
saying.
can feel
That's what
the
he
same
said
way.
in my mind. I see you up in here, bros. That shit stuck in my mind.
My
Like,
question is though, why is that the assumption, and then two, it's like you got to turn that around though for a woman. Like why is it appropriate for a guy to do it, but it's not appropriate for a woman to do it? And that's what's really curious about it, because like you off tops you're judging a woman because she thought I was attractive enough and she had the confidence to come and talk to me. I'm going to judge her immediately. Like that's just I don't like that.
Yeah.
You're judging a boy's by his cover. And don't get me wrong, like it could be that, but at least fucking give her a chance, because as a man, you be on the other side hoping for that shit. You just did the same thing that she did to you. Like
So when she approaching you, you feeling the same exact thing because you understand because you've been doing that shit all the time.
Right.
Stacey.
That's what my man's came.
we got same interview over here.
We're the only two men in here. We got,
Let me see. Girlfriends be hating on us men. Why is that?
I don't quite understand.
It depends. Girls' friends be hating on us
Oh.
men. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If my girl gives me the signal, like you coming up to me and I see her face, I'm watching her, and she don't really want to talk to you, Rose, I'm stepping in. So
Right.
that you
You
don't
don't
have
step
to.
in.
Yeah.
Right.
Look,
You gonna get tag teamed up in here, bye.
Step in.
we gotta step in. If I see her face,
Yeah.
Hey, but if she feeling you, I can disappear just
exactly.
Hey,
That's just hard. You gotta just
he
talk
said,
that out.
girls' friends be hating on this man. If we step away, she probably wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
If we're hating on you,
It's for a reason.
But here's what I say about that though. I
I
realize that like women in general, like it don't like if a woman is really attracted and she wants to talk to a man, I feel like it don't matter what the fuck her friends say. Like if she really is feeling that dude, because I've seen some girls in situations where their friend be like, girl, don't do it, don't do this and he that, and the girl be like, no, fuck that, I gotta figure out what he about.
then
So,
that's what it was supposed to be then.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, if she says no, I wanna try it, if I wanna try it, I'm not gonna be
You
like,
want to have to check the approach then, fella. I don't know.
that is I have had that response before.
I'll make my own decision now. If I need a little help getting rid of your ass.
hello. Then I'm gonna wink twice.
Right. We all got codes.
I'm gonna wink twice.
You might get a tap, a grab, a look, a sip a certain way, and that means get rid of his ass. But if I'm open to it, then my girl's gonna fall back. They might be laughing and joking and teasing me or whatever.
There you go.
But they're gonna fall back.
Absolutely.
So the answer to that question is most of the time what you think is hate is the girl you up in her face, she in on that. She don't want your ass.
That's it.
So instead of you judging the friends, she done already sent the
We
smoke
already
signal
had a whole
out
ass
to
conversation.
scare your ass away.
She said she already
So you mad at the friends, and she the one that got them to looking at your ass sideways. So you better go and keep it pushing.
That one look.
That's it. So,
Yeah.
well, it said he did say can't judge a book by its cover though. So the only thing that I have to say about that is that if we're in public, if our interaction is one-to-one, the only thing that I have to judge you by is how you present yourself, you know what I mean? So I understand you saying you can't judge a book by its cover, but as of right now, the way that you present yourself, that's all I have to
So
go
you
off
have no
on.
other
You know what I
options.
mean?
You have
So
no other options at that.
that's it. I'm not gonna lie. If a dude that I'm not attracted to comes up to me, I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna give him a chance. That's 100%. I'm just not. If I'm not attracted to you off top,
Right.
I don't think it's happening. Honestly,
I think that goes both ways though too.
for 100% it
If a
does.
girl that I don't find attractive comes up to me, I'm not thinking like trying to holler. I'm thinking, oh, like you want a friend? Or
We can be friends.
you can go down a little bit.
If she's walking up to you, that is not the job she's applying for, sir.
Just let her follow you on IG.
Just say it's called it.
Let me see. Sometimes you can get someone's attention without approaching them. So set yourself apart in the high standard. Absolutely, you can give him that strong eye contact.
Yeah.
I see you come across the room, bro. Okay. And she said, one of my friends said, Lap said, if his line gets him, y'all will. So if you're not looking that cute, but you come with a fresh pickup line, that might be the one.
Got a few in the back.
We'll go arm deep in the bag.
We're gonna
Got a
move
few out
forward.
of you.
Do you feel like people can find their significant other organically now?
Most definitely. It's just all about putting the effort out there and to do it. I feel like everything takes like practice. As crazy as it sounds, there literally is an art to everything in this world. So it's just learning how to date, learning again, like I sound like a broken record, but just learning what you like in relationships. It is literally learning yourself, your boundaries, what you like, what you don't like, and then sticking to that and committing to that, to yourself and loving yourself and just going forward. What was the question again?
No, that was right. That's wrong, but that was it. Do you feel like people can find each other?
Oh yeah, they can definitely. They just have to don't get in their own way and stop looking for what they want what they need and not try to need what they want. If that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying. 100%. Y'all get it? Y'all got that?
I got that.
Don't stand in your own way and stop nitpicking at the things that you're talking about. I want this, but you really need a man that's protective. You need a man that makes you laugh or.
Yeah, and I agree with that. This self-evaluation is actually something that I've been doing recently. You know, checking myself, and also writing out a list of what's most important to me when it comes to finding mates. Because I'm 33, and
Okay.
time is, you know what I'm saying, is
You say you look young as hell.
I think
She
Right.
does.
Boost me up, you know?
He's saying the black don't crack.
Nah, I'm 33, so dating is a lot more serious to me. Because I want to have children and I want to get married and things like that. And what cutoff time is roughly 35 to get into
Back
that.
in the day, I think you got
Back in the
extra
day,
years.
the eggs, you know. So it's
You
real
got a couple
important.
extra years.
Yeah, so it's real important for me. Like when I'm meeting people online, it's really easy for me to just cut off certain things because I know exactly what it is that I want now. So
Let's talk about bullshit for sure.
exactly.
For real.
Exactly. I'm not trying to be your friend.
Right.
Right.
This is serious, you know.
But that's where the online dating to me is fake because they can still online still tell you when you meet someone organically and you're face to face, the body doesn't lie. So it's like they can say, yeah, I want this because they still they have a motive.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But someone who genuinely wants the same thing will show you different.
Right.
Will, to just take things different. So I just it's every relationship is different. Like there's no such thing as a perfect person, but I think there are perfect people for you.
Absolutely.
Because I can meet a great guy, you can meet a great woman, and things just still just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But you find someone who is, that matches you, then that to me that's your perfect person if you want to make it work.
Absolutely.
But organically to me is the best way. Like I said, online initially maybe if that's the route you want to take. But I want to meet you immediately. Because I don't need to talk to your ass for a month online just to find out I don't like you. Now I gotta delete you.
100%.
Let's talk, okay? The conversation's cool. Let's meet. Let's figure out what you don't even have to take me. Even though I'm super old school, and in the beginning, you don't have to take me out on a date because I might not want to sit there with your ass for a whole meal either. It ain't about whether you want to pay for it or not. I might not even want to.
Right.
Let's have coffee, then maybe let's grab a drink, depending on how people could, hold their liquor or something. Let's do something small to figure out if we even enjoy each other's company to have an actual date.
Absolutely.
Because the messaging person versus the person in real life, the vibe might be different.
Absolutely. And like I said, it's not even just that the man may not enjoy. I might not enjoy it. I might excuse myself to go to the bathroom. I might not want to sit with you for a whole day. You might smack. You might lick your finger. You might do all.
Knowing what you want. She knows what she wants. You see that? She's entire life she's been talking about what she wants. She knows herself.
I'm in my 40s also, so it was not. It was. I had to learn that also. It wasn't, I didn't wake up one day and was like, I learned what I wanted by seeing things that I didn't want. So every time I saw something or met someone or they showed me something that I didn't want, allowed me to be like, oh, okay, I don't want that. So this is what I want. I can't deal with this, but I could deal with this. Because there's a lot of things I could deal with, but it's a lot of shit I can't and I'm not. Even if I can deal with it, I'm not dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like if you meet right away and then you get that vibe, you meet, you click online, meet. I want to meet you right away. I don't want to talk to you online for a month or two. Let's see what's up. No, we're not going nowhere. Okay, cool. On to the next swipe. Like, cool.
100%. Look, you got all the hearts. All the hearts. Here we go. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take you back just a little bit. We have, when I asked if people can meet organically, Dom said, yes, I do. We got a yes. Finding females on social media is #sus, no cap. Right. Perfect for me is everything. CJ, MS. Okay. So I feel like things in marriage and wanting kids should be discussed early on in relationships, and a lot of times they aren't, and it leads to breakups and heartbreaks.
Yes.
That leads me to something else though too, because I know that there are some, well, early on is different than the first date, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that if you talking about y'all going out first date and y'all like, okay, so listen, I'm gonna sit down, this is what I want. I'm 30 years old, I want kids, I want marriage, what you got to bring to the table? I know that can put people off, you know what I mean? If you're coming in and just laying down on the line, just because you're older, you're letting people know what you want. But I think it's probably like
it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You can still have that conversation. You can still bring up the things that you want, that you don't want, without it being an interrogation or an interview. You can still have a genuine conversation and be like, hey, well, are you online for this reason, or did you want to meet me for this
Yeah,
reason? Because
definitely
this is what I'm looking for, and those are things that you want. Because I don't want more kids. My kids are grown. So if I meet a man that wants kids, we're not gonna click. I'm not even gonna waste my time. I don't want you to get feelings. I don't want to get feelings because that's not what I want. So why even bother? We need to get that out on the first date. We don't need to have another meal. We cool. We're not on the same page.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I agree that
Yeah.
it absolutely
That's
needs
true.
to happen early.
But it's
First date is a little scary, but
not
it
what
makes
you
sense.
say is how you say it. So the
Absolutely.
conversation definitely could be had.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just proceed with
Let me
caution.
see. Standards true. So many of us settle because it's comfortable. Comfortability will get you dead.
Man.
All right.
Yeah.
Accountability is
All right.
the killer of motivation.
No, I can't with comfortability. All of that settling, I want to take that word out of my vocabulary, honestly.
No.
But okay. Do you feel like people can meet their significant other organically?
Yes, for sure. I feel like people nowadays have to get used, or comfortable use, whatever, to trial and error. You gotta keep trying to see, like, even if you don't know what you want, at least find out what you don't want.
Yes.
And that kind of knocks everything off to kind of further figure out what you do want.
Absolutely.
But everything is just from this time on, there's always going to be trial and error. You're going to run into relationships organically that you don't want, and then some shit that, you know, you find out you do want down the line, and just, like, you know, keep going with it.
100%.
But organically, yes. It just, for me personally, it's a lot easier to find, like, long-term relationships organically.
Okay.
To meet somebody outside versus online. Because I'm very big on vibes.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important to me. I don't judge people off of, like, you know, their background or anything like that, or even their sign. I mean, signs are big with everybody. I'm just not one of those people. I judge people off of the vibes.
Okay.
If I don't really fuck with the vibes, I can't really fuck with them at all.
100%.
I hate the whole sign thing. Oh, you a Scorpio?
I'm an Aries.
Oh,
We're
you
not
a
gonna work.
Scorpio?
You that little kid. Now listen, I may not totally into it. I may not date you or not date you because of it, but I want to know if I got to knock you
How
out.
many times I heard that? I'm like, what is with the Scorpio? Like, what does that mean?
I mean, with that, that's just
You
people.
haven't read about yourself.
That's just people like mad at their ex or whatever and generalizing it to one sign. That's all that is.
Oh my God.
They hate Scorpios. It's like
Everybody else in their life that was a certain sign, they're like, you gonna be this way. And, you know, it kind of throws people off, especially people like me. You'd be like, oh, you a Libra? I'm like, I don't want to hear about myself. They'd be like, oh, yeah, you don't want to hear about yourself.
That's because you're a Libra.
That's funny as hell. I'm a Gemini, so I get so much slaughter dog all day, every day.
Man, yeah, hey, the real shit, Geminis and Aquariuses get all the fucking, like, all the fire coming to them.
All day.
Yeah, Aquarius ain't shit.
Oh, damn. Damn.
They don't know you, well, because your sign. Automatic.
Like, Trish.
Like, I know the truth. Like, Geminis be like out here just. They be doing shit for no reason. It's like, I'm not gonna sit there and lie about it. Like, there's a whole group of us that's cool, but then there's a group of us that's just like, yo, watch out for that.
Because y'all got two personalities. That's why.
We have several. It's not just two, it's several.
Y'all got at two. Minimum.
But I like pertaining everything to individuality, because when it comes down to signs, like, a lot of people put Libras in this type of shit, and I'm nowhere near that type of area. So it's just
It's because your sun's sign is an Aries. No, I'm just kidding. You know,
I just feel like I'm that
throwing it
crazy.
back.
I feel like I'm that
they be throwing that stuff into it too.
Here we go. Aries are the best. Libras are the best. Y'all could take that on because it's
Scorpio.
Virgo season. Honestly,
First of all, Capricorns are the best.
I do love Capricorn, but it's Virgo season and we're the best. Thanks. Anyway, them Aries are something serious. Okay, there was something. I feel like that over that 35 plus age range, if you're not giving each other what the other wants, they are a generation that's quick to peace out.
I am in the 35.
Quick to just go ahead and go. Virgo, like, okay, Jenny, I see you, girl. Okay, all right. Do you think that people can find their significant others organically now?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like you can. With me, like I said, I met mine online. But even still, like, obviously we talked for a little bit and then we met up. And,
Right.
you know, got to feel each other's vibes and whatnot. It wasn't like, it was all online. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's hard. But keep
What's
going.
hard?
Sorry. To
Meeting
find
someone
somebody organically now. Yeah. I feel like when you're finding somebody organically, the most, like, what you gonna do? Find them at the club?
I don't know. I mean, you're right.
There's grocery stores.
That's how I thought I was gonna meet
it's-
mine. I thought we were gonna be at the grocery store and we're gonna drop a fucking apple and pick it up at the same time and be like, oh hi.
Nelly tripping.
I did. I really
That's
did.
fairy tale for sure.
Well, part of the issue is back in the day there wasn't the social media and the
It's
internet,
true.
and,
And so it
the
happened.
technology wasn't as advanced as it was, so you didn't have a choice but to meet
Exactly,
someone
for sure.
organically.
Yeah.
But I know one of my best friends, her and her husband, they met at a barbecue or like a party or something.
That's
so, I mean,
true,
there
yeah.
still are ways if you put yourself out there
Yeah.
and you are open to it. But at this point, the younger generation, to me, I think they should be open to all of it. You should do a little bit of
Right.
both. If it organically happens, you
Right.
know, okay, go to that baby shower.
Yeah,
Go to that birthday party. Go to that housewarming
Right.
party because you don't know who might be there.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
also, if you got a little downtime, or if you don't really go out, and me, I would have never wanted to meet somebody at the club or anything like that. You don't know what that is. I mean, if that's what you want to do for the night, hey,
Right.
cool. But don't expect anything to come of it.
Right,
But
right,
even like you
right.
said, meeting somebody at the club, like my brother met his wife at the club, and they've been together 20 years.
So I shouldn't
Yeah.
shame it. I
I'm
shouldn't
I'm not
say.
saying it
You
doesn't
never know.
happen.
You never know.
I'm just saying, especially in Vegas,
Yeah.
when you meet
It's gotta
someone,
be.
even as a cocktail waitress, they just expect us to be a certain type of way. They expect us to be just that, for that moment. Nobody comes to Vegas and goes, oh my gosh, she was so cute dancing on that floor, twerking. I'm gonna marry her. Nobody says that
All
shit.
in that cage.
Nobody says that.
I was like, that's the remarks thing.
Let her shaking that ass. I'm trying to get her home. Ain't nobody thinking about your damn diamond and your ring size when you out there twerking in that mini dress. Get the fuck out of here.
You busted open.
You bust it open, they expect you to bust it open.
No, for real.
So keep that same energy, don't be mad.
Okay. Oh, you have to comment. When love is around you, it gravitates toward you. 100%. If you are love on you. Okay. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna start over here. We started over there last time. So I said what constitutes as talking, quote unquote. So I do feel like in this new age dating, this modern day dating, we have incorporated this new thing called talking. We talk. Are y'all together? No, we just talk. You feel me? So I feel like talking is a new step in modern day dating, and I don't know if y'all all agree, but I would say I just want to ask what constitutes talking. For one, do you think that talking is a thing now?
I thought you were gonna start with there, but I wanted to say it, but I was like, no, the session was gonna go there first, so I'm gonna stay right here.
We over here like,
As soon as she went to Vic, I'm like,
Hey, I saw the king, and I was like,
Just call me out. That's it.
What was the question? Talking?
Yeah. The first question is, do you think that talking is a new thing? I think that talking, quote unquote, is a new thing that has
What
been
is
inserted.
talking, though? I'm
Wait, a
older.
new thing?
What is talking?
new?
So we talk to
It's-
each
it's-
other, not other people, or we talk but we associate other
So
people?
that's what that's
why
part
is
of the
it confusing
question.
To me, I don't understand it. I don't.
what is your
Okay.
perception?
That's the thing. Okay, hold on. The first question is, do you think that talking is a thing? And do you think that, and then my second question is, what constitutes as talking?
I mean, I don't know if it's a thing. Actually, no.
Okay.
I don't think it's a new thing. Definitely not.
Okay.
But I personally don't like it. I don't
Okay.
know. Like, I don't know. Honestly.
I agree. So before you decided you wanted to be in a relationship, what do you consider it was that you were doing?
I guess dating. Is that like an older term? Is it the same thing? Dating and talking?
I don't.
Can
Okay.
somebody clarify that?
Okay. So when it
Is
comes
it-
to talking,
is it dating and talking the same thing?
It's
I think that there's a.
What's
I
the
think that
difference? What you
talking, quote
make
unquote,
it?
is.
Because some
That's
people say
true.
dating
But what's
is
the
once
difference?
you start engaging in sexual activity.
But
To me,
people
talking
date,
is
but people date and then they date other people. So what is talking?
That's talking.
Okay,
If you
I'll
say that
explain
you're
it to you.
talking, right.
I've always tried to figure out what talking was because I've always felt like it was counterproductive because people were always like, if you're talking to me, you can't talk to anyone else.
So we're
And in that
So we're in a
sense,
relationship now,
exactly,
right?
that
Right.
makes it exclusive and that defeats the entire purpose of dating. So it's
Right.
like talking in a sense is a commitment, and I've never liked that shit because it's like you're trying to like low key
Play
make sure
me.
I'm not talking to anybody else because you don't want that. But the thing is, we haven't decided to be exclusive, and that's
Right.
a conversation
That's
that
what
we
I'm
should
saying. I
have.
don't like it.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
counterproductive and shit.
I don't like it.
Okay. So you have an opinion on talking. Oh, and we have, if you acknowledge you talking to somebody, that means that y'all sleeping together. That's what Victoria says.
Exactly.
Courtney says, exactly. If you acknowledge you're talking, quote unquote, to somebody, that means y'all sleeping together. That's what Victoria
Are
said.
you about to sleep with each other?
Something's going on for sure. It's a huge gray area, so that's what I wanted. That's why I wanted to talk about this because talking is such a fucking huge gray area. It's crazy to me. Jenny Bang says talking leads to situationships. So it leads to entanglements like a motherfucker. It leads to entanglements like a motherfucker.
Hey, what month we in? August?
Okay, we're in September.
You know what? You gotta knock it out.
September.
Oh, we in September. That's right.
Anywho.
Okay.
We're gonna take it back to talking. She says that talking has always just confused her. Do you think that talking is a thing? Yes or no?
I don't really think it is a thing. Talking is just talking. There's no really definitive commitment to it because
Okay.
you can just be like talking to this person and still talking to somebody else. You're just trying to figure out. The talking stage to me is figuring out what you want, who you want. Me, as much as I shouldn't just like say this in front of everybody on live, I keep my options open when I'm talking to people.
Okay.
So I talk,
There-
keep my
yeah.
options open, boom, boom, boom. See which one I want, which one is actually going to stay committed to talking back to me.
Okay.
And whoever keeps, how do I say this? Like is more avid about trying to see me and trying to consistent.
Yeah.
More avid about being consistent, about going on dates with me and stuff like that. And who's just like talking just to say hey every now and then like fuck off.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I think that you answered this already, but I just want you basically answered it. So the question is like, what constitutes as talking? Is you just having conversation with or keeping some kind of tether to somebody without commitment?
Without commitment.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out
Talk
what
to
you
me.
It's a combination of things. It's talking to me. Talking to someone is communicating, trying to get to know you, to see if I want to date you.
Okay.
There's no sexual activity. We talk about what we want. We talk about what we don't want. We talk about whether we're going to go on a date. Then once we actually start meeting up and spending time together and
Okay.
doing things together and engaging in sexual activity, then to me, then we're dating.
Okay.
We're dating. That's moving towards something a little bit more. But talking, I can talk to your ass. I'm doing it with you. We talking, right? We having a conversation.
Okay.
So that's what talking is. But now some people will say, "Oh, we just talking," and they laying up in this person's bed every night.
Right.
You're being deceptive.
Such a gray area.
Right.
You
You
doing
know what I'm
too
saying?
much.
So
Yeah.
it's like, to me, talking, seeing if we all want to get to know you, see if I want to pursue or if I want anything more with you, then we go to the next level. Talking is the first level. It's an introduction. It's seeing where we are, and
Okay.
seeing where we want to go, and if we want to go there together.
Yeah.
Because I might not.
So talking is no commitment, but loyalty, friendships, and deep combos. I don't know that loyalty
Not
is
with
it.
one person. Not with one person.
Yeah.
Not with one person.
I don't know about the loyalty part of talking.
I say my deep conversations though we actually.
Yeah, deep conversations, absolutely. Honesty, I think, should absolutely be incorporated into talking, but some people don't.
I think that should just
feel
be
that same.
period. You should be honest.
That's
period.
true. That's true. So, right. And friendships. Talk to me. Do you think that talking is a thing? And if so, what constitutes as talking?
I don't really think it's a healthy thing. I've never been talking to somebody and something serious ever happened.
Okay.
Normally if I say that we're talking, I don't really tell other people that we're talking because I'm weighing my options, to be honest with you. And if something better comes along, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I don't really.
Always weigh your options.
Well, you could talk to multiple people, and then if that person steps up to the plate and they're like, "This is what I want you, or I want this," then okay, then you eliminate everybody else. You haven't been sleeping with all these people. You haven't been running around with all these people, so there's no ties. But if this person is telling you what you want, and then you want the same thing, so then of course you cut everybody out. You could talk to somebody and let them know you're talking to other people.
But for me, it's the amount of time that I'm saying that we're talking. If that goes past a certain time, that means you're seriously missing something for me, and I'm really out here looking for something better.
But I'm just talking to you.
But I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? That's just me.
Yeah,
It's the figuring out stage.
to me, there's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
Everybody's interpretation of that is different, and so there's nothing wrong with that.
So you said that you were talking to somebody and y'all actually got into a relationship later?
No, I'm saying that's a possibility.
Yeah.
I would do it
Yeah.
if I was single. If I was looking, I'll talk to you and I'll talk to you, and if you take too damn long, and this one's like, hey, I want to take you to dinner. Hey, let's go here, let's go there. Then
Boom.
your text messages, your talking is about to get real less.
Yeah.
Because actions speak louder than words. You could talk, but then when this one starts
Exactly.
showing me
Exactly.
what it is
Big
that they want,
Yeah.
and then that's where I'm gonna go. So
Yeah.
you said keep your options open, which means you're talking to multiple people. It's the same
Yeah.
thing, right?
Right.
So, but you said when that one female shows consistency, that's where you tend to lean towards. So
Exactly.
you're supposed to
When it
talk
shows
to
something
multiple
that you
people.
want out of
You're not
that
supposed to be
person.
sleeping with everybody. Talk to them, see who you vibe with, see who's on the same page with you, and then you move forward from there. So there's no wrong answer. Everybody's different.
That's a good question we have. I'm getting to your comments. We
I
have a
mean,
question
I
here.
didn't say everything. Literally everything. Like, just put all the answers together. Like, y'all done got a whole 15 minutes. I ain't got nothing to say.
Okay. This in the comments they say it's talking like the step between dating and friend zoning. Like you are ready to write them off, but you're not committed. I really like the way that you put that because I feel like talking isn't dating, honestly.
Right.
I feel like it's been this thing that's been introduced into. I feel like talking has been this new thing that's introduced into modern dating and I feel like it's been introduced by people that absolutely they want to keep their options open. They want to talk to somebody and do something else. You know what I mean?
Dude's like, no, we just talking, baby.
Exactly.
Girl, we just talking.
Exactly.
She's like, that's the thing. He's like, yeah.
And then he gonna be like, wait, so I thought that we was dating this whole time. No, we was just talking, so I didn't cheat on you.
Like, wait, what?
I was escaping
Just talking,
accountability this whole time.
Exactly. Of course I didn't cheat on you because we was just talking. So I think that's absolutely, I like the way you put that. It's like
So
you're not
how
ready
do
to
you
write
talk?
them off,
Right.
but not committed.
Until one
And
of
that's
y'all get
another,
tired.
that's a question.
That's
That's another one of the
Until you find out what you
questions.
want.
Getting
Right.
here.
Or until that person steps up and takes it to the next level.
Yeah.
You can talk for a couple
Because
months.
like during the talking stage, it's really you're just figuring out what you want out of like if you're just figuring it out. That's all it is. Figuring out what you want.
And
Yeah.
y'all get into these comments, let me know what y'all think quote unquote talking is. But we're gonna start on this side, and that's basically the next question, Nelly, is how do you transition from talking to being in a relationship?
I mean, everyone said it. It's just when that person steps up, when that person is showing consistency, when
Yeah.
you like trust that genuine vibe with a person. It goes from just like any other relationship, how it goes from you guys meeting organically to dating to being in a relationship. I feel like it's no different. You know what you want and when you want it in that sense.
Yep. Ain't no Cuervo over here, it's 1800.
En cazadores.
En cazadores.
Alright.
Trish, how do you, I don't know if you have a different answer, but how would you move from talking? Would you move from talking as a woman, because I know that is a bit different. Would you move from talking to being in a relationship? Or how would you?
Honestly, he'd have to outshine the others. Just being real. It's like a competition. When I say we're talking, that means there's some other competition out there, and you're gonna have to put like your best foot forward. But if he's doing that, he's showing me that that he has all the qualities that I want. At my age, then we may actually transition into dating
if I just say we were talking, it wasn't really gonna be anything. I got
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Head over Mills, you just came in. I'm gonna just call you Josh because that's your name, really. What's your say, baby? You're you just came in, but we were just all talking about. He asked, "What is the difference between talking and dating?" If we aren't in a relationship, I am single because neither of them are exclusive. What somebody said was, "You're not ready to write them off, but you're not committed." So dating, I think, has a little bit more glue to it than talking.
Right.
Like y'all have done some things. Y'all have moved together and talked more. Like you're really interested in somebody that you're dating. Yeah, solidified.
Yeah.
You're still technically single, yeah, but if you're dating and I've invest a lot of time with you,
Yes.
and you go out and talk, quote unquote, to somebody else, then we might have some problems. I don't know. Maybe not problems. No, I can't even say we have problems. If I'm dating
Oh no,
somebody,
we got problems.
oh, okay, we got
Not all the problems.
Okay, we got problems if we dating, and I'm investing in you, spending time on you, but we haven't made everything official yet.
Right.
Then we got problems if you talking to somebody else. Okay, that's dating because I can date whoever because I'm dating around to see what I like.
So dating and talking.
That's why I said it just depends.
It's such a great area, but I like the way he put that, where he said that it's in between friend zoning and trying to still see what it's at. I don't know. Talking is such a great area, but I did want to talk about that. How would you transition? Did I ask you?
You can say.
How would you transition from talking to dating? Look, I'm drunk. No.
There's once again there's no one box to put that answer in.
Right. Okay.
It's when you're ready. It's if I'm just talking to you and all you doing is talking, then
Well, we ain't transitioning.
so I'm not talking to you, which means there is no transition.
Okay.
But like I said, if we're talking and we're feeling each other and we want to spend time with each other, and then we decide, you know what, hey, let's take the next step. Okay, do you want to stop talking to other people because I'm liking what we got going, I'm liking where we're going? Then that's when you go to the dating, let's go out, let's do this. That's when you start going to maybe functions together. Like I said, that's when you start engaging normally in sexual activity. And then to me, once you get to that point, then even though you may not have said, oh, we're together, you kind of are. Because if you're moving forward, then of course that's going to be the next stepping stone.
Right.
So there's no wrong answer. My guy knew exactly what he wanted, and he snatched me up right away. So there really wasn't even a talking period. It was like, this is what I want. I was like, oh, okay, this is what I want. We were on the same page, so we moved forward. But I've also talked to guys where we've talked for a while about what we wanted. Then, like I said, we dated, went out a couple times, saw if what we talked about would work into our personalities and our lifestyles, and then we went on from there. And then there's some that we didn't.
Right.
You talking about what you want, but like I said, all you are is talking.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we actually have 2 minutes left. I have been losing these lives. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it and then save it. And if you guys want, if you guys would like, come back in the live. We have a couple more questions to go. Maybe we'll try to rush it through. I'm not sure. But we having a cool little time, having a good little conversation. But I did want to make sure to save this live because I've lost some and it's killed me. So I'm going to end it now. Thank everybody for coming in here. Thank y'all so much for getting in this
Thank you for having
I
us.
freaking love the back and forth. I freaking love y'all input. So keep it coming. If y'all want to go live with us, of course, I'm going back live. But if not, have a great night and thank you.